allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùnra ijó ìgbádìyẹ àní ẹ̀sùnra pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o àní ẹ̀sùnra gómìnà kówó jẹ àní ẹ̀sùnra ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá àní ẹ̀sùnra.
Hello there. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live. And thank you so much for joining me from wherever indeed you are tuning in. But remember, please read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. In less than 4 hours, the Biafrans, the IPOB worldwide, they will be converging in their respective cities, towns, communities all over the world to remember the victims of the Nigeria genocidal war called the Biafran Remembrance Day tomorrow. And as it has been, announced, the entire eastern part of Nigeria are expected to observe, the day as a day of a solemnization, so to say. As the battle continues, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that we all believe and know that he is a prisoner of conscience, a man that used what he has to push for what he wants, and not just what he wants, but what his people want, which provoked the owners of Nigeria that believes that Nnamdi Kanu demanding for a peaceful referendum where the Biafrans will decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. And then the journey started from when he was first kidnapped. Since then, they have been propping up different kinds of charges, sham trial. The first run, when he was granted bail, right, by a court. And he was eventually targeted to be assassinated, in which he managed to escape. And since then, Nigeria seemed to me to continue to lose, while Nnamdi Kanu's case, right, has become a dead end for them, but they just don't know how they are going to opt out. Because Nnamdi Kanu's case has caused Nigeria a serious international embarrassment, including breaking of international laws. In their own courts, he was discharged and acquitted, but the system won't let him go. The establishment won't let him go. So he got to the Supreme Court, right? But before they could even make any ruling on that, that was when they attempted to kill him. Until when they kidnapped him from Kenya. And you would think, with the amount of money Nigeria spent on propaganda, lies, locally and internationally, which indeed they have their own audience, including you, some of you here viewing or watching this video, who have bought and been fed again and again with their lies, propagandas, and including politically sponsored violence in the eastern part of Nigeria, just to be able to build a case that says Nnamdi Kanu is not peaceful. And in the case of criminal justice system, he who allege would have to prove. So you would think they have all of their evidence. Come on now, it's Nigeria now. They must. All these things they were telling their people, they must have evidence. Is, you people who let, a lot of people felt like we just didn't want the government to tame somebody they call dangerous, without the people themselves trying to, or try to scrutinize, why did they say it's dangerous? Dangerous for what? Dangerous for the crime they assume he is going to commit if they don't deal with him right now. While those who are kidnapping Nigerians, killing them, kidnapping women, children, raping them, selling them up as slaves, ransacking villages, like murdering tens of thousands. For as long as they can hold the Quran and say they won't do it again, then they automatically become repentant terrorists. Now, those ones have committed the crime, right? But Nigeria is not really that worried about them. But they are so worried, scared Steve, for what Nnamdi Kanu and his crusade could bring. And they want to prevent that. And that is why they had to kill a lot of people now, to discourage them. And that is also why they had to kidnap him, torture him, lock him up. I mean, you would think they have all the evidence, or they did. I mean, they had all the evidence, but they didn't. That's the problem. Let me give you a few sort of like a timeline so you can understand why you are where you are right now. Nnamdi Kanu wants a peaceful referendum where the Easterners would decide whether they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. That's very clear. But in the course of spreading that crusade, he had to tell his own listeners, the Biafrans in particular, right, why he is right. And in his own creative wisdom, Nigeria gave him all he wanted, because every reason to convince everyone that this or there is no future for Nigeria, every evidence you need is being presented to him every day by the actions and the inactions of those who are supposed to possibly make Nigeria interesting for all of us, or even make Nnamdi Kanu's message stale. Nobody will listen to him. But rather, everything is pointing out about these rogues are all manifesting. There are people continue to say, well, he is right now. He is right. Then they left his message, to, as usual, to attack his personality. Oh, look at the way he said it. He's attacking the Yorubas. He's attacking the Hausas. He's attacking our leaders. He's calling us this and that. So, and that seemed to work well for them to some extent. But truth can't actually be buried. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu seemed to have become a larger-than-life personality. No thanks to the confused, scared rogues of that contraption. Inherited, the stupidity inherited by Tinubu, and it is now continuing. Nnamdi Kanu then appeared in their court, and their court said in a very clear judgment, the process of kidnapping this man and returning him to Nigeria for the trial is wrong, and therefore, whatever case you have against him would have no legal legs to stand on. But the right thing to do is this: to save face. You will release him, acquit him, and then you not only that, you will now have to put him in a private jet with bags of money. I'm using this because literally, right? Nnamdi Kanu actually have over 2 billion naira court judgments that Nigeria they owe him right now. But they won't pay, of course, but the court says they should pay him, right? Give him the guard of honor in your airports. If you can do 21 gun salute if you want as well. Like, it was supposed to be like honorably escorted out of Nigeria. Then after that, you will now go through the due process of extraditing him. That was what their court said. That's exactly the way they said it. That Or else, anywhere you take him to in Nigeria is just abuse of the legal system or judicial system, which is pretty much okay with the rules in Nigeria anyway. Abuse of legal system. Do you think they are miffed or they are like worried? Now, they went to their Supreme Court, which said that Nnamdi Kanu had been treated unjustly. The withdrawal of his bail was wrong. However, if Nigeria says he has a case to answer, of course, he can actually face this case. But first, restore his bail. And whatever you have against him, he can begin to attend your court to fight that. That was Supreme Court. So they ignored all of that. And DSS continued to detain him. And you know what now happened? With all the dramas we have witnessed all this while, you know what happened? Yesterday. They have been presenting videos, cut and join audios called Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast, calling for people to burn down Nigeria during the NSAS. Then they went as far as saying he admitted to them, like from the time they first kidnapped him in 2015, tortured him, right? Up to the time they even brought him from Kenya, tortured him. Now, here is the icing on it. The judge, shockingly, became interested. I had to ask Nnamdi Kanu, listen, are you sure? Like, all those statements you gave to the DSS, you didn't give them voluntarily. He said, no, I didn't. Could you please write that down? Because that is a serious stuff. We cannot build something on nothing. So I really want to know that all these videos, all this evidence that they are putting together there, they said that we saw you in the video interview. He said, no, your lawyer was not there. They didn't let your lawyer sit with you when they are doing all this interview. They said, no. That in fact, he was threatened that if he failed to give them what they wanted, you are a terrorist. You are there to divide Nigeria. You want, like all those nonsense, like he must admit to them. So is that what happened? Then we can't really continue the case now, because I need to verify that that is true. So that was why the case got adjourned till today. What happened in their court today? Like I said, surprisingly, is Omotosho, Justice Omotosho, came back after declaring trial within trial. That means we are going to investigate what this matter, because if that should be the case, then there is no case near, or almost no. Okay, there is no. If you are relying on this evidence of what you put together, then your witnesses are talking about here. But you actually obtained all this from him under duress. He gave them to you involuntarily. I mean, like, it didn't give them to you voluntarily. They said no. No, they said yes. Nnamdi Kanu said no. And eventually, his lawyer was not there. It was a threat that he must say whatever they wanted, so that they could use that against him. So when the judge returned today, again, shockingly, he ruled in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because in the criminal justice system, every confession must be voluntary. Any means of coercion, torture, threats, or any form of means, even trick or deceit to get confession from anyone, you cannot use such confession against that person. They tried to link him to, Simon Ekpa, link him to this and link him to that, but eventually they were all just mere gutter talks, be apologists from the supposed National Secret Police of Nigeria. That's why I call them the DOC. They were usually the Daura Secret Service. Now they are the Dokwemu Stupid Service. So the judge came back and said, I'm sorry. Finding out that you actually did all of that to him, Like, do you not have a legal department? Do you not have people who advise you on all these things? Or you just do things anyhow? Like, yeah, that's how we do it. And yeah. Shockingly, some of us believe that even Nnamdi Kanu himself said that he will never get justice from their system, from their courts. But every part of their court they take him to, he will prove himself, and like he will tear all of their tissue of lies, right? With his own truth. He kept saying that they will keep embarrassing themselves in their own courts. So if we say the case don't finish already, after the evidence of DSS, that they wanted to say, okay, it's like saying, now you do this thing, now you do that, and you're like, no, it's not me. They're like, no, it's you. Listen, you are not ready for us. You are the one, it's you. So it's not me. Okay, you know what? We are giving you 1 hour to be outside from the solitary confinement. You know something? We're going to take that away. You are never going to come out of that solitary confinement. And except you give me what I want. You need to give me something what I want. Also, Rock is asking me to get something for them. You are the one. Just say you are the one. And they say, okay, you know what? Yeah, okay, I am the one. I say, thank you. So we'll go back and say, okay, yeah, he has confessed that, yes, he did it. After showing him his own broadcast. Broadcast maybe saying a public anyway. So if you build your case around that, and your entire 3 witnesses were all speaking based on what they said Nnamdi Kanu told them, but they didn't torture him, they didn't threaten him. He told them willingly. He now came back to be no. To the point that when they restricted here access to him, which means he's locked in a place that is so sort of like so covered that like airtight. The oxygen in such room is so limited. Nnamdi Kanu said at a point he was bleeding from his nose with evidence. He also showed them, oh, by the way, and it won't be the first time, all of the medical reports, including medical report from the National Hospital of Nigeria that said Nnamdi Kanu has suffered from this, suffered from that, suffered from broken ribs. He has suffered from all this record. He has suffered from internal this, internal that too. In all of that, all those injuries, they were caused by these murderous animals, the Daura and Dokpemu stupid service. So in all of that, all of that right now, according to Omotosho, who became so infuriated, he became so kind of like angry when he realized that, hang on, even if you say this person did so and so, the guy actually said Nnamdi Kanu had been treated very badly. Like you have a case against somebody, then present your case. If you want to find him guilty, if he's going to defend himself, let him do it. And what is all this back and forth? The intentional delay, which the intention is not to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu, it is to persecute him. And persecution is different from prosecution. Persecution means that person did nothing. But they can use their corrupt legal system to keep him in detention. Do you understand? By employing all form of delay tactic and all of that diversion and all that. So the guy became so upset and so angry that he gave them 6 days. That in the next 2-3 weeks, you have 6 days. Choose the best 6 days in all of this to close your prosecution, where have you. So the good thing there is that if there are 3 witnesses says Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist because of his broadcast that is general, right? And at the end of the day, they said he agreed with them, or to have why would he even deny what is already public? I said, did you say that? Yeah, I said that. Then they started building their case around, we believe this is what you meant. When you said this is what you meant. And when you said, they say, okay, can you present anybody that will tell you that he committed this action or he took this action because Nnamdi Kanu told him to do it? They couldn't present any of that. So what then that means today is that, again, they actually don't have any case. So we don't know what else they have in stock to present. But if your star witnesses and their evidence that you want to use to kill Nnamdi Kanu has now become obvious a tissue of lies obtained illegally. So what do you think will be next? I don't know. Today in court, just for the view, right? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
You're blocking me. Oh. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. Oh, sorry.
Onye du IPOB, o meriwo n'izu onire ya. Abubakar, mama Favour, una pori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Una pori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Una pori meri Nnamdi bu onye du IPOB, o meriwo n'izu mbiro ya. Abubakar, mama Favour, una pori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. By thunders, by thunders too. By thunders three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. By thunders too. By thunders three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. By thunders too. By thunders three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. By thunders too. By thunders three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi.
Thank you very much. That was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? In court earlier today. So that was a kind of like a big win, generally, all right? As much as those of us who have been following this, listen, we all know what is going on. We all know why Nnamdi Kanu is being treated this way. And we also know why those who are treating him like this have supporters who want him to remain being treated like this. But internally, there are so many of you, even those of you who will call yourself critics of Nnamdi Kanu. There is a place in you. I want to believe there is still a tiny place in you. That there must still be humanity left. Even if you pretend that, oh yeah, he saw it coming, he put him in trouble, this and that, as some coward would say. You understand? Like, you know what, in this life, instead of him to, he don't go UK, instead of him, he's British, instead of him to be enjoying his life with his children and his family, he decided to start, talking about Biafra. So he knew what is coming for him. So let's take out your jealousy and your cowardice. All right? There must be something in you that is still human, that is not totally dead. All right? If somebody genuinely committed any crime in this world, they automatically deserves, right, to serve the punishment for their crime. But it is a very, very sad thing for somebody who has done nothing, right, to be serving a punishment, an unjust treatment, where it cannot be physically linked to any form of what you call physical violence on anybody. But still, is facing the supposed justice system that should be just. But that's not his own case, Nnamdi Kanu. If he has done anything, the right thing is what? Court, Abi. And then, if he is guilty, then you punish him. But what do you do when the court says he is innocent, is discharged and acquitted, but the people holding him feels like that wasn't what they wanted? So they double down on the abuses of his human rights, and they continue to give the reasons and excuses why they are doing all of that, even when it is totally illegal. So you that didn't like him, that you feel like he's, he saw it coming, blah 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 blah. If what I'm saying to you right now is that whatever is left in you as humanity, as a human being, you see there's something you feel like is wrong, even if it's going to be for once, or even twice. There's something inside you that will say, "Oh, it's true, Sha, it's true." I don't like him. I don't like him, but it's not been. They've not treated him right at all. So this is a big deal. They can pull off something tomorrow, like they did, the way they invalidated the judgment that discharged him and acquitted him of any charges. And surprisingly, right, the charges that they charged Nnamdi Kanu with in 2015, 2016, today is different. All of that charges, they've dropped all of that. Why? How? Because the intention is not to prosecute him. The intention is to persecute him. Do you understand? He was charged with treason, treasonable felony, that his effort could cause civil war in Nigeria or breakup of Nigeria. And because of that, he's committed treasonable felony. They accused him of, I want to use the right word, blackmail. No, not blackmail. They accused him of defamation, all right? Criminal defamation of Bukwari when he called him Jibril al-Sudani. Those were the charges earlier on now. They accused him of a future potential terrorist group, IPOB, that they want to proscribe IPOB, right? Today, the ECOWAS court has ruled IPOB is not a terrorist organization. The British court has ruled IPOB is not a terrorist organization. The World Terror Watch listed and said IPOB is not a terrorist organization, including the lobbyists they were sending to the White House to help them convince the Congress that they will want to proscribe, they are proscribing IPOB and they want America to do the same. America returned and said, no, they are not. Do you understand? So Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. All of this today, they are no longer charges. They are not charging him for calling Bukwari Jibril al-Sudani anymore. Well, they stopped that one before, a long time ago, because when Nnamdi Kanu said he would plead guilty to every charge they bring against him. If Bukwari could do a DNA, that he should take this Bukwari's blood or anything, DNA, and take Aisha's children's DNA and compare them. If they match that this man is Bukwari, that he, Nnamdi Kanu, will not only drop the Biafran agitation, he would also plead guilty to any charges. But surprisingly, DSS dropped that particular one. They are no longer charging him for calling Bukwari Jibril because he said Bukwari is dead, buried in Saudi Arabia. That was part of the charges against him. Now they are now charging him for terrorism while they kidnapped him, locked him up somewhere, and started funding different armed terror groups, politically sponsored terrorists in the eastern part of Nigeria. They now want to put that on him. That's the old case. That is now the new case. They are not charging him for terrorism. So if all you are charging him for terrorism and all your evidence, to some extent, is now ruled inadmissible, evidence, you need to understand the meaning of this song. Oh, you do IPOB.
Oh, you do IPOB. Oh, Mary, Abakare, Mama Daura, Ulapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Ulapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Ulapuri, Mary, Nnamdi go, you do IPOB. O Mary, Abakare, Mama Daura, Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi win the war. Python, that's one, Python, that's two. Now Python, that's a three. Unapuri, Mary, Nnamdi.
You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
So the court has now adjourned because they still have what is called their prosecution evidence and witnesses. I don't know if they will call more or they'll just wrap it up. Do you understand? So until the next sitting. So while that's there, right, a brother who is becoming a regular face now, especially discussing the geopolitics in Nigeria, which a lot of you should invest your time, right? He believes, or he just discovered what I believe some of us, I mean, probably knew before now, right? But coming from this part, seems like I would love to share it with you. This guy talking about why you have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, not regions that were pretty much like autonomous, independent regions, because they were not created. Geopolitical zones that you are hearing today, they are not created, by the people through any legal instrument. They were proclamation of Abacha. And here is this brother from the north. Is becoming regular right now, right? So those of you who are probably listening to him, I wanted to listen to this.
In my own opinion, I think that the 6 geopolitical zones that were created, I think by Abacha, or who was it, I think it was a deliberate and calculated attempt aimed at containing the Igbos. That is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And let me explain further. You see, part of the basis, part of the reasons why the government gave at that point in time for the creation of these 6 geopolitical zones was the fact that it was not just created out of geographical locations, but based on the fact that people that were similar in culture and other things were brought together. So the question I begin to ask myself is, how is it that there's no similarity between an Igbo man and the Niger Deltans? You quite agree with me that there's similarity, right? And secondly, let's look at the creation. Why I say it's a deliberate move to contain them in one place is the fact that, look at the way they would have been privileged to the water if not for the fact that they were carved in the middle. If you look at it, you see they were carved in the middle, which deprived them of having a seaport. But when you look at places like Lagos now, Lagos is privileged to have that by virtue of the fact that it's close to the water. And funny enough now, you get to look at it that the seaports that are supposed to be viable in the Niger Deltas are not viable. Why are they not viable? You should answer that question to yourself. So if you look at it generally, there's a problem there. And funny enough, the Niger Delta seems not to be agitating for having these seaports. Why? Possibly because they are already rich in terms of the revenue allocation they get because they have oil. But another thing again is the fact that one of the main reasons why the Igbo man have to leave to places like Lagos is the fact that the Igbo man is a businessman. And there's ease of doing business since they are more into importing or whatever to come and reside in Lagos. But funny enough, this would have been made much easier had it been there's a kind of if the seaport in the Niger Deltas is viable, right? So, but you get to see that by the time the Igbo man complain of we need seaport now, they will say no, you don't have anywhere to have a seaport, right? And let's go to this other aspect. What are the major reasons for the agitation of an Igbo man in the country at the moment? We just need to do justice to that. One is the fact that the Igbo man feels threatened anywhere he goes. In most of the places he goes, most especially in the north. Anything that happens, he feels threatened. We're going to burn down your business. This is not your place. We'll send you away. With evidence, right? It has happened so many times. In short, even recently in Lagos, they seems to be having that as well, right? That is point agitation number one. Number two agitation is the fact that they feel that they don't need to go to Lagos to actually access seaports and have ease of doing business, and a lot of it it would have been much more easier had it been them and the Niger Deltans are together and there's a seaport created there, right? Which is a fact, and of which I feel it would have been the best. But in so doing now, I think it's going to make Lagos less effective, and at the same time, in short, it's going to make Lagos less effective. And I think that's why politically, consciously or unconsciously, that has remained for a very long time. But looking at it now, having said this, what is the way out? The way out still remains the fact that I think the Igbos need to work better with the Niger Deltans, because I see a lot of similarity, if not for political differences and a lot of other things born out of selfishness and born out of a creation that was actually designed to contain them. I think they will strive more better, and they will agitate for all these things that can make their regions more viable. And second, another thing is we need to look at the landmass. One of the reasons why the Igbo man have to move to other places, a lot of places to do business as well, is the fact that he's deprived of the landmass. Generally speaking, if you look at the creation of the 6 geopolitical regions, you will get to see that it was just a calculated attempt born out of selfishness and born out of trying to contain a particular group of people not to be viable. So, but just like I said, I feel there is need for the Igbos to either work out their differences with the Niger Deltans, because while the fact is some of their differences seems to be stemming from the past history in regards to the civil war that happened, but I feel everybody have made mistakes at any point in time, and they need to put aside differences and come together and fight for that. And I equally want to talk about the quality of the legislators, the lawmakers that are being pushed from these regions. I feel competent legislators should be pushed that can lobby and work with other people at the same time. So this is just my opinion generally.
You tried, brother. I mean, he tried, didn't he? Like I said, that most of what he is talking about now are known to some of us here, maybe not many. Lagos, they are political, except if you are new. That's why some of what he's trying to pass will somehow be like, but to us here, or for us here, right? We knew that all along. In an effort, listen this one though. Some people are saying that if I heard it too, he said, if Peter Obi becomes your president, he is going to open up seaports in the east. And therefore, Lagos State is now going to become empty. Primarily, you have people with serious, narrow minds. Okay? Very short-sighted people. And you see this narrow-mindedness, right? Is not something that happened as a coincidence. It is inbuilt, built through tribal, ethnic, and other useless, unnecessary factors of hatred. You get that now? That's why some people think if they open seaport, massive seaport on a seaport, dredge River Niger, dredge it enough that large ship can actually batch there as well. You know something? It's only short-minded people that will think doing all of that is going to make Lagos less rich. That's dumb. Opening up your seaports, Ondo, Ogun, Lagos is open. Now, go to this Niger Delta where they have this massive ocean. Open them up. You know what that simply means? It simply means that you are going to create prosperity everywhere. Number one, you see that congestion that you face in Lagos, the whole port, what they call the port touting and all of that stuff. you'll be able to control them, and you will create, oh my God, tons of jobs. Do you understand? You will create tons of jobs. You will create prosperity. Your people will have so much to do from all parts, all sides. The more pots you have, the richer you become. Lagos will still be making its own trillions. Other places will be making their own trillions too, creating jobs, creating the economies around those places, reducing the over-influx of people from one side to one side. But we all know that those in charge of that contraption, the past and present, they are narrow-minded people. The reason why they created the 6 geopolitical zones after the bloody genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, in case if some of you don't know, the name Biafra, all right, it's being suggested for the name of a new nation. Apart from the mention of the bite of Biafra in like old map, but the first time after they matched this contraption together and people chose that ancient name, the first person to suggest that is not even an Igbo man. But because you see, while people have whatever, I mean, you know, people say living in proximity to one another, sharing either language, culture, tradition, trade, marriages, and the rest of that, in living in that proximity actually makes them one people of different tribal background. All right, that's what it used to be before 1966, when everything got broken apart. All right, so and then when the war came, a Niger man, Yoruba man, and others who were so invested in this eastern part of Nigerian government that became Biafran government, right? They all stood together, fought together, but it didn't end well when a segment of a Biafran soldier started accusing some of these people of being saboteurs. I mean, like they have been accused them of spying for the federal troops. This bad blood became more tensed when people were actually killed for being accused of spying for Nigeria. Now, the survivors and all of them who later claimed, who later got saved or rescued as, you know, liberated, that's the word, liberated by the approaching Nigerian army. They were taught the reason why they must never, should I say, they weren't even probably taught. They themselves agreed that at that point, anything that is going to associate them with the eastern part of Nigeria or Biafra, they will reject it. And they keep passing that on to their children up to today. So Abacha saw that line, created the 6 geopolitical zone. He didn't even ask them. So the 6 geopolitical zone to ensure that, you see that word that is so close, the creek, the oil, the creek, as well as the ocean. All of this, they are like ready-made wealth, if well harnessed or like utilized for the people. So they cut them off. And that was their own design of saying, we have now carved them in the middle, which also gave birth to that, that foolish statement of Bukwari when he said the Igbos are dotting a cycle. Because they were part of the old plan that they felt like in the future to prevent the Igbos from ever asking for Biafra again. Because if they did ask for it again, they are going to get it. They strongly believe that, and I believe that's one reason why Nnamdi Kanu is dangerous for them. Because they believe that to stop the Igbos from ever trying to want to be on their own again, we must make sure that the bad blood we have planted between them and those we behind, in the riverine area, including those ones who are going to deny their identity, last long enough. And that's what you have. And today, the Deltans, or they call them Niger Delta, South-South. In geography, there's nothing called South-South. Sorry, no offense to those of you from Niger Delta. I think it's better I just call you Niger Delta. That's much like respectful. Or South-South makes it like, and dumbness can actually be institutionalized. And today you'll be hearing Southeast. You see the pole like that. You see the North. You see the South. So you see the Southwest, the Southeast. And then they are South-South. And I'm like, where would the South-South be? You see the Southeast. Here. Where is the south? He said, no. The arrow is this. He said south east. But the east stop here. And then south start from here again. I said, okay. This one is southeast. And then the one from here to here is south. Nigeria wonder. And today, we are facing what is called identity crisis in that contraption. If people begin to argue with you, right, that they are this, they are not that. We are this, we are not. I say, calm down. Sometimes we maybe everybody just sit back and relax. They will see through the nonsense they put together in this fake contraption, honestly. But a lot of us have come so far along, that accepting the truth, be like say, I'm offering you a cup of hypo. It is so hard to swallow. No, I would rather believe what I've already believed. Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria, God will answer our prayers someday. This truth you are serving, I know fit to come, but you will take it eventually, because the time is coming when you would no longer be able to lie to yourself. You can keep giving excuses now, because you can, but guess what? There's going to be a time that you won't be able to give excuses anymore, right? Today in Niger States, and not just Niger States, across Nigeria, some major cities have recorded massive flooding. I mean, I don't know, this kind of flooding, right, or this kind of flood, right, they are this massive whenever a dam breaks or they open up a dam. Or with what we have seen in Mokwa in Niger State, what we have seen in Abia State, partly of Lagos, Edo State, and Taraba. Well, you can begin to ask yourself about the infrastructural development that APC claims to be putting in place since 2015. Are they really existing? I don't know. I keep asking myself, we have no idea how many people who have died, but this is very, very bad. Very bad.
Canada. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Oh, I'm going.
Don't come here, don't come to my shop. Yeah, don't come to my shop. This is
See, this is an accident. This iron something that was mounted at right choice. Just now the rain is falling. The thing fell on over how many keke? People are dead. People don't fight for a year finish. This is Abia, close to GIA. Close to GIA. This is the railway station. Look at one.
Tragedy, brethren. Tragedy. Every flow. So normally, right, if infrastructure sort of like infrastructure is adequate, sort of, there will still be flooding. I mean, we've had places where, they have this standard drainage system, and enough that could take in a certain amount of rainwater. They actually have measurement for that, by the way. They will tell you that that is 2 million liters, 10 million liters. And whenever they are going to have excess rain, right, which indeed will take time to dry off, then you may experience some little flooding, all right? But that of Nigeria, Baba, it was in this country. I think they are doing it now, but I'm not sure. But before I left that place, when I have seen road construction. It was only when I got to the UK that I actually realized that road construction is just more than more just bring a caterpillar on the scratch the surface, right? And then pour quota on the road. Oh yeah, fine, black quota road, fine road. Sometimes we put drainage on the side. But that's like how we construct, in that contraption, that's how they construct probably like 80% of the roads. It was when I got to the UK, I realized that, oh, more. Some of these roads, where will they pass? The amount of stuff, the drainage they dug under, before it finally got to that surface that me, I'm driving on all this way, they have path for where cables go pass, where water go pass. And they know where to go to. If, for instance, they notice that the water is not like draining as fast as, but they know where to go to and clear the channel. Baba, you will see the pits under this our road. You will see pit that is up to like upstairs. You understand? Or a whole house upstairs, down, deeper down. All of this just to take water and all of that. And they have the channel all over the city. Every city is planned. Take all this water from everywhere and channel them to this side. I don't think we have that. You know? Or maybe, you know, because the Lord and the rest of that I saw today makes me feel like, just like Lagos too, right? Majority of you are just one disaster away from experiencing what the people in the time of Noah, what they experienced. You get what I mean? Like you're just like a one incident away. This is what they didn't open dam, because when they open dam, that's another headache. Not just rainwater next to River Niger, enter Niger State, spread the straight to Abia, Edo, and a few other places in the south as well. But that Mokwa today, we have no data of the number of casualties. We have received, I think they said that of Abia, where a big, sign post or billboard, very massive billboard, fell and smashed through the parked tricycles, the kekes. And it is said that 2 people have been confirmed killed. Is that of the Mokwa? Some people they inside, they nap.
Sabo abu a Mokwa kenan.
Baji wannan bala'i kuma Allah ya jarabce mu da shi wannan yau.
Which guy took this? This is the first time
I never seen this one before.
What? So those people that are living in this place, how will they even survive?
How these people will survive? And how you sure say this is going to go to path like this?
Because we are foreseeing already. For this to happen, early rain. We need government intervention.
Water is come from that this side.
Baba, Awe, make I study this situation for my order. Driver. What's it, Toga? I just call my order now. This is the first time in history. This is the first time in history in Mokwa. Look at the flood in the area. This is the what we are calling double.
Massive, isn't it? So again, we do not have any reliable data to tell us the numbers of the victims, including if there is any casualty or casualties, right? Talking about casualties, you know, some of us, like I used to say, or continue to remind us, we are all victims waiting to happen. Whether you are living in Nigeria or you are living outside Nigeria, bad governance from that place touches everyone. But we do know that a lot of us love to live in denial, or because of our own different biases, we could take it on the chin and say, it is not that bad, until when the chicken comes home to roost. It's been 2 years now that Tinubu became your president. Here are those who ordinarily are lovers of Nigeria from abroad. But somehow, they got enticed enough that they still believe in the contraption. They put their money there and got bonds. But they have a message for Tinubu. In case if he has not been seeing all of these dear messages, here is one detailed save our soul message on his second term. I'm sorry, on his second year as your president. Madam, please.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Ashwaju Tinubu, let me begin to sincerely congratulate you on your second anniversary in the office. Your leadership and Renew Hope agenda inspired many of us in the diaspora to return home, to invest and build and believe in Nigeria again. But I come to you today with great urgency because that hope is being violated from within. What is happening right now in Channel 17 and 18 of Lagos Coastal Highway, which we have been bringing to your attention, particularly in Okwaja, is not merely a realignment. It is a sabotage. It is an abuse of power. It is the reckless destruction of approved estates and legal investment formed by misinformation and private interest. And let me state it plainly. It is your own Minister of Works and your federal controller of works, who is now thwarting the Renew Hope agenda by pushing a diversion that bypasses the gazetted alignment, a diversion without valid engineering justification, and by doing so in direct contravention of court order. The minister is not only breaking the law, he is tearing down the ideals you ask us to believe in. The law mandated that no work should proceed on that alignment. Yet, demolition crew arrived, approved, and title issued by Lagos State government was disregarded. Armed personnel were used against peaceful workers. Foreign funded estates were reduced to rubble. And why? They said the diversion was to protect 7,500 houses. Where are the 7,500 houses in Okwaja? This is a fantastic falsehood. We have a drone footage, gazetted maps, independent engineering report confirming that those structures were never in the original coastal alignment. Instead, the illegal diversion destroyed documented estates like ours. To cover his injustice, the minister yet told another falsehood that a marine cable runs through that gazetted corridor. How? He even told this to the Oba of Lagos, thereby making the Oba to release his land. But Mr. President, this is a demonstrable lie. By international engineering standards, marine subsea fiber optic cable are laid offshore beneath the seabed, often 1 to 3 meters deep under the ocean floor. They do not run inland. They do not pass through gated residential estates, and they do not lie beneath private lands in urban Lagos. We have subsea engineering schematics. We have marine cable maps and verify overlay that prove that cable is nowhere near Okwaja. The land is currently under attack. Buildings are currently under attack. It is not a marine corridor. It is not a federal land. It is a private property backed by state documentation, survey plans, and regulatory approvals. Your Excellency, I plead with you. Please send your most trusted investigators to Channel 17 and 18. Or better yet, visit it yourself. Walk that land. Talk to real stakeholders. Ask your GIS and Aegis experts. Ask your engineers. And then, sir, ask yourself, who is really defending the Renew Hope agenda and who is destroying it from within? If this kind of impunity is allowed to continue, then Renew Hope becomes an empty phrase, and our belief in due process, in the rule of law, and your legacy will be tragically undermined. Mr. President, we ask for your intervention, for your investors, for the integrity of the government, and from the soul of the Nigeria that we came home to build under your dispensation. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And may God bless all Nigerians as you intervene on this matter. Thank you, Mr. President. We look forward.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. I am mumu too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise.
Anarchy loans.
Here you get. So, Madam, God bless Republic of Nigeria. God bless. Already I see Damu see me. God bless Damu. God bless me. God bless Damu. God bless me. God bless Nigeria. God bless Kolu. Asari Dokudom. Asari, you tell them about your own experience.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started. We must learn a lesson.
This man!
You're gonna trust man, Adam. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
You understand? To those of you who are still pretty much trying to give it a shot, and every time you get burnt, you are calling the same people responsible for burning your fingers, right? Good luck with that. How is Tinubu's regime in the last 2 years? Like, he's not a magician, no. But I think he's a magician. Depends on from how you are looking at it. I think he's a magician. Because if he's not a magician, in 2012, Goodluck Egbere Jonathan removed subsidy, and the liter of petroleum jumped from 87 naira per liter to 125 naira per liter. All hell lets loose. You know the story. Tinubu came. He said, subsidy gone. Subsidy gone. Subsidy gone. No. There was no preparation or nothing. The entire country went up in smoke. Eruku dark, eruku everywhere. Everybody people get car. Suddenly started realizing the advantage of trekking. Others who have always been like a trekking in the first place, suddenly they feel like they have actually, it's like preparation meets or opportunity meets preparation. It turned the life of everybody upside down. You know? People couldn't do anything. And you are still going to see those who will tell you that the reform is working. It's about this, my friend. He's not my friend anymore. He's dead now. All right? Because I remember when this all started, he's not celebrating the second year anniversary in senior. Second year in office, unfortunately. You know? Because something happened. It's a long story. And I'm not talking about he was hungry. Like, he actually, like, a big kind of hunger. Until the last minute. He was the last guy I heard, I am batified from. And he's always telling me, like, no matter what, I'm batified. I say, by the time the batify finished and all of that, he's late now. There are people who died like that. Hardly right now, when you see some of them say, are you still standing on the mandate? They say, we don't cripple. We hunger don't cripple. Disabled. You know, you can't sing on your mandate. We shall stand. You understand? Everybody shall know, say, it's only a magician, right? That can change the trajectory of people's life. And then you still see some of them giving reasons why he has to be so. Only a magician. That's, you know. Have you met any APC that is mentally deranged? Have you met any? Oh, Baba. They are very unique, very special people. Right? World Health Organization said it today, that over 20 million Nigerians have mental health problem. True word, true. Mental health problem. And somebody said, fake news. I was like, why? It's World Health Organization. Why do you say fake news? Say, because APC doesn't have up to 20 million members. Say, oh. But there are others too, where they say the effect of APC's actions and inactions have possibly messed up their mental health. There are more than 20 million. Say, no, the real mad people, where they say, them they inside APC, they don't reach 20 million. This is the reality today. Yeah? But to those on the streets, they do have words. 2 years of Tinubu, how do you rate him? From 1 to 10, you watching, how would you rate Tinubu from 1 to 10? 1, 2, 0. Somebody sent me a message and said -2 of that. It's so not only that he can't rate Tinubu. They're asking him to rate Tinubu itself, right? Means that Tinubu will be owing him. Like, do you understand? Like, you don't have anything to rate somebody. You say, okay, I rate you -10. And he say, if anybody rates you, I may rate you 1, 2, 1, 1. You are holding somebody where we say they will rate you -10. But to those on the streets, different stroke for different folks.
But now, the reverse is the case. Well, I keep wondering people around him if they're telling me the truth or not. But I think Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. He promised good road. He promised us electricity. He promised us good life. But today, during the campaign, I was telling people that Tinubu already has money. That I think he was going to come to give us a good life because he's not hungry for me. But to my surprise, it seems he's more hungry than every Nigerian.
It has been 2 years of toughness, of suffering, of people, regretting what they have done in that year. Okay, so my word to our president is that he should at least listen to the masses and they look up to them and see what they are really saying that he needs to address in his administration, because they are saying a lot. It's not everybody that hates him. It's not everybody that loves him. So he needs to listen to the people and know what exactly, where they are pointing their hands and be able to walk towards the joy of the people that he's ruling.
I just tell him that I've never gotten old yet, and I remember when things were still better, like he says the country is going to get better, but the only thing I really Nigerians actually care about is eat well. But actually, if they ask us to trade good roads, light, they ask us to trade good roads, lights, good construction for good food. I think everybody in the country will be good food at the moment.
First, I would like to appreciate him for what he's doing and the boldness he has to do all those things he's doing. But I will be glad if he can also focus on what people are saying. You understand? Let him listen to what people are saying, basically, because people are going through a lot and you cannot stop them from saying what they are going through.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I will rate him 4/10. Because I didn't really see him, working to the interest of the people, both his people and people who are not his people. Yes, everybody is complaining.
Solid 1.5. But I've not seen anything good. If you can, like, when good luck left, Buhari came, it was worse. Buhari left, Tinubu entered, it was worse. Anything that makes Tinubu leave, and we're missing Tinubu. I think at this point, some people will actually prefer to go back to Buhari era. But anything that makes us leave Tinubu, and we're missing Tinubu, that means this country is really bad, because I'm not saying everybody can sit down and think about one good thing Tinubu has done for us now.
I can't give him a rate, you understand, because I may give him a rate now that he will be less than it, and I might hype him up and he will not be up to it. So the best way is to do what he wants to do and to reach out to the youth and the masses.
Zero, nothing to write about. Nothing to write about. I mean, when I said nothing, I mean zero. It's zero with a dot with 2 ears, 0 upon 0. Back then in school, when you don't praise your teacher, he draws your head and pulls your eyes and your ears. So Tinubu, but now
0. So I don't know what you're gonna rate him. Others will say, "Oh, I will rate him on this one." But you see that nonsense talk of he is taking bold decision. Oponu you don't repeat it. Oponu, like Oponu, dumb. If you are so dumb enough to believe that if Tinubu is actually doing any reform, you are regurgitating what his own paid arc saying. United exchange rates. United exchange rates. What does that even mean? At your own 1,700 naira to $1, 2,165 naira to £1. From what it was, your inflation that they continue to falsify figures, but in reality, you know what it is, right? So what reform are you talking about? You remove subsidy. And where is the money saved from it? Well, for me, I believe that those who said there could never be anybody worse than Bokuwari, today they have swallowed that nonsense. So the system that produced Bokuwari is going to produce Tinubu, and it's going to produce worse and worse and worse. So that's why I believe that the only thing that can possibly save you is not election. Because an election that is so rigged enough that will continue to produce incompetent, corrupt relics. And then they in turn will make decisions that will continue to jeopardize the progress, the future of the young ones. You get what I mean? So election is not going to save you. So to me, I believe that Tinubu is going to rig himself back in, okay? Like he's going to rig himself back in. There will be some uproar here and there. And if it's not sustainable, Tinubu will finally consolidate his hold on power. And then he will nominate whoever he wanted again in 2031. And the cycle goes on. Finally, the hegemony built in Lagos will be replicated in Nigeria, just like that. I believe that. And the only thing that can stop him is no election. It's no election. So meanwhile, while we are here, just so you know, that the people of Upper Makurdi in Benue State have come under serious attack, that a lot of them have been fleeing their homes as we speak. I mean, as we speak, so many of them have also been killed. Also as we speak, somewhere in Benue. Makurdi is the state capital of Benue State. And it is reported that some of the surrounding neighboring communities, very close to that same Makurdi, someplace called Upper Makurdi, they have come under serious Fulani attacks, the Fulani terrorist attack, since yesterday. And this afternoon, the videos of so many of the residents fleeing their homes to safety, well, fleeing to the unknown, made it to the internet. Exactly the second year anniversary of when Tinubu grabbed it, snatched it, and ran away with it. 2 years after. Oh, grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. That is where we are going to stop by in Enugu, Eziagu, to be precise. Look at this man on Angono. One sec. Look at this man on your screen. Now, this is the picture of the arrested Dibia. He is a Dibia, okay? And his name is Obi Levi Obieze. Is okay ego. The people we call the money ritualist. So he's said to be a Dibia. That means an herbalist in Enugu. Then they accused him of using human beings for money rituals. He was also accused of kidnapping, like he's into kidnapping people and organ harvesting. So that triggered serious reactions in that community, that they bombarded his house. And from the discoveries, they said they discovered shallow graves, human bones, blood, and things to confirm their suspicion that he's been involved in human trafficking, organ trafficking, and all manner of crime, but using his Babalawo, the Dibia, as a front. Now, because of that, the community decided to burn down his house. They actually burned down some of his property before the state government brought in their own bulldozer to demolish his house while he was on the run. So as you are watching this video, he has been apprehended just next to the Nigerian border, right? While he was trying to escape on a bike. But before that, yeah, or should I say last night, when the government and the people gathered around his house before his arrest, demolishing his house. Believed to have been the place he's been using as hideout for all kinds of criminals, kidnappers, organ traffickers, human traffickers, name it.
It's going down. It's going down. Everywhere is going down. No close mouth. All around town at the building. All around town at the building. That's where they be. Oh man. Oh man. All right, girl. Let's go for those. Go your marijuana. It happened in the Zag life and direct. One banda go more. Zag forest guy, the public, life and direct. Orúkọ ọgwụ ọgwụ ana. Dẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́. Nkúlẹ̀. Esse é outro fogo aí, vai, não. Hello? I see they there. Let me go back. When I come out, see there. They play the show. Dana tire for now worrying what they're talking about. Mama.
As you know, typically, Nigeria, to show that the government is working, once an announcement is made that you are this or so and so, the next thing is they are going to demolish your house. I mean, they should leave that place. Like I said, right? When they hurriedly demolish a crime scene, I don't really see that as, not like intelligence, so to say. If it's reeks of crudity, barbarism, or something. I mean, forgive me if I'm probably operating from a different pedestal. But even Princess Balogun just asked, why are they destroying evidence? somebody is into kidnapping, is into human rituals or human trafficking, organ harvesting, and the rest of that. If all those things, even if they are not taking place in that building, there is a chance that there will be some evidence in that building as well. The entire building is an evidence scene as well. They destroyed it to show that they are working, and while he was on the run. So on a normal day, when there is no, when it was still the same Obi, Anyi, Oyeka. No, sorry. They actually have a way they call him. Hang on. Picked that up earlier. They said, hey, Levi, Obu, Oyeka. That's his own AKA. Levi. The Levi. The Levi. Obu, Oyeka. Do you want me to show where he is like ordinarily without, before the Kasala burst, before this whole thing happened? Is actually a, what do you call it, like a particular, and here is another thing, right? Anyone who is working legitimately for his own money would never, remember this, so anybody working legitimately for their money, they would never spend money like this. And I know some of your celebrities spend like this, right? They are not legit, that's the word. But look at it, the Babalawo.
Money stop nonsense. Money stop nonsense. Money stop nonsense. Money stop nonsense. Ako kalisia, ako na takasi, ako na jozi, ako na tobi, ako na soso, ako na dozi obodo, ako amaka, ako dotma, ako bisi, ako bisi ije, ako buwoke, ako bundo, ego bundo, ide.
So you come be like say, I am forcing you to watch Levi Obuoyenka. I'm forcing you to watch his party where he's blowing money up and down. So usually on social media, right, is someone who advertised of having power to make money rituals. Money na water. They say money na water. I mean, so okay go. Okay go means money ritual, by the way, right? And he promises to be able to do that. So some people now say that people are going missing. So they suspected him. And then they raised the alarm. And when they entered the space, again, no, I have not seen any evidence. So call on Dari Jimmy, because here you get, I'm only reporting. I have no evidence that this guy is actually guilty of what they accused him of. But, you know, to make the matter worse, I think he's guilty. So he ran away. They had to arrest him while he was on his way to Badagry, Semeboda. Here you get, he was planning to escape all the way from Enugu to Lagos, Badagry, going to Semeboda. So he's guilty. Case closed. Guilty. He's judged. Right? So his job is to say, I could make you money, and they then accuse him of actually involved, like fully involved in kidnapping business, like kidnap people. After they collect ransom from their victims, they can still kill their person and take their organs. So they accused him of that. And the community that went into his place said they found evidence of all of that. And the state government says they found evidence, so they demolished his house while he was on the run. So now he will need to go back, and hopefully by then we can get to know how many people have gone missing through him. And then and their family, maybe their family can have a closure. You know what I mean? Like, your family member is lost and you have no idea who took him or her. Anyway, it's what is his name again? Levi Obu Oyinka, the Eziagu Dibia. So, you know, you can have a closure. So it was done who did it. So finally we know what happened to our loved ones, right? So that's that. Okay. So on my way back from Enugu, I saw our guy, and that is Isaac. In Isaac Faulish, no, Isaac Fayoshe. He's got a message for Atiku. This one is political.
Atiku asking Peter Obi to be his vice. Now see finish. You know what they call see finish? Now see finish. Mr. Atiku, you've forgotten that Obi got 25% even in your state, Adamawa. Obi got 25% in your state. You are asking our own Peter Obi to be your vice. Atiku, you wrecked PDP, sir. You are the one that wrecked that party. The day they allowed you back into that party, now virus them bring back. The party have given you chance how many times? And you still won't wreck the little value remaining in PDP. Why? What have they done to you, Atiku? You have children that you can put forward. Why must you be the president? It is southern time, blessing time. Northerners have had their own 8 years of Buhari. He finished the country. He messed up the system. We are still swimming in the basin up till now. What did you forget in government in Aso Rock, Atiku, that you want to go and take? As a leader, you have wrecked PDP. Now PDP is now carcass. PDP is now carcass. If you didn't go into that primary, if you had allowed Obi, Wike, and others to do their primary in peace and select their flag bearer in peace, PDP will still be like #1 now. Come on. You finished the party and you are still struggling to go back. What did you forget in the villa, sir? What did you forget there? It's southern time. 8 years to the north. Buhari has used your 8 years. Now you want to come and take our own. Asking Peter Obi to be your vice. That's an insult. Peter Obi will flog you, flog others any day, anytime. Free, fair, credible election. Atiku, enough is enough. As a leader, see what you have done to party now. Nigeria is going one party state because of your dream. How can you allow your dream to be so destructive? It's so toxic that it is affecting even opposition in Nigeria. As an elderly man, come on. Appa, look at what you are doing to the party. You coming to Obi to be your vice is a serious insult. Go and check the last result. Obi got 25% from Adamawa. Clear. Obi flogged you in Abuja nicely. How can that person now be your vice? It's not Okorocha. Everybody has left you. PDP governors, they are all gone. Senators are gone. Everybody gone because of this your dream. How can someone have a dream that is so destructive and you are still chasing the dream? Abba, leader should be leader.
Right. Anyway, I was reading a follow-up sort of in the comment section earlier. Thank you so much. Oh, I thought it's okay. Go. I say it's ego. That's the money ritual. Ego. And then someone or two people right now have said that what actually exposed that guy was that a little girl was heard crying in a hole. And when people approached, right, they found other decomposed bodies, all of that. So mine is that people said that. You understand? I heard that too. The reason why I didn't repeat it is because I didn't see any girl and I didn't see any decomposed body. As when I'm sharing this. Other than I heard somebody said, and since I haven't seen it, so I'm like, I haven't seen any evidence of what he did or what they have accused him of. Somebody said that he's accused of being ritualistic, not an organ harvester. You may be late to the party. This is no longer about being ritualistic. It is actually about kidnapping, abduction, and at the same time, extraction, illegal extraction of human organs. These are the allegations against him. But we'll get to know more, right? Eventually, when he's probably going to be asked what went wrong. And you can trust me, I will bring more back to you if I have, all right? Last night, many parents had to deal with the rude shock that their children who were sitting for their English English examination yesterday, and the result sheet, and is it not results? The examination didn't start until late in the evening, where some children or some of the candidates they were still sitting for the same examination as at 10 p.m. last night. In Taraba, in Plateau, it seems like it's all over the country though, but from the clips we gathered from all over, right? It's horrible.
Iṣẹ́ yín lónìí ní WAEC.
Wọ́n ti gbé question dé ni o, wọ́n ní gbé question yẹn ti link, ẹ̀wò pressure ti gbà. Àti mẹ́rin tí ó pass báyìí o, Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n kò mọ sọ́yàn ní ajé.
Oh, I'm there. Oh, change the camera now.
Now for night, they write this one. Night now, I person they write papers. Yeah. For night to Ajay, we touch light. Omo.
Already, I have not let him pay.
I am the examiners. What nonsense. Student, eh? On the paper, yes. She said that's a deglego.
I never finished. I never finished.
Oh, okay, Runesh. Wait. All after 7. After 7. Jesus says, after 7. And a dead exam. The next book will back at the exam. You wait a touch with the Yakomada. How? Jesus.
Ganese, yeah. I'm going
Every day, different dramas. You know that. And then that would then determine the quality of leaders that you are also going to have. Here's the part where that, I think it was the second video in that series, right? That young boy that said they told them that the examination leaked. And that was why it's coming late. The examination itself is English language examination for WAEC. And the young man said they told them that the examination paper linked. And he also said, we don't even know who is going to pass. He's not going to be one of those that will pass anyway. Like, Ishik will. And if he happens to be one of those that will not pass, that doesn't mean that it's over for him. He could end up in the National Assembly. He should just pray that Akpabiole or somebody like Akpabiole won't be the Senate President. Can you harmonize the Senate chamber? That's it, from WAEC to Senate.
What is the meaning of harmonize?
Harmonize is a situation where
point of order.
Mr. President,
Order
86, especially Order 86C. I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people approving. People should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the knockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no way to make our own life. I'm highly disappointed.
Thank you, Jare Professor. Did you see that senator? That's a senator that takes home over 50 million naira every month. What is harmonized? Akpabiole, Olushila Akpabiole. Akpabile is like, what is harmonize? Harmonize is, about, somebody said it in the comment that use your hand to draw it. But how can you use your hand to draw harmonize? Like Babashi sign language, like you have to do like you guys like that. Senator don't know sign language. About over fail, life is not over. You can go on and become a senator in Nigeria. It doesn't matter. Let those who want to speak grammar goes to speak grammar. You are a senator. That's what they will remind you of. So you are a senator. Don't grip for anybody. Shooter. Because everybody got it tired. To sue everybody. Nigeria to sue everybody. You will just see person one die, just meet somebody we won't kill them. Say, kill me if they burn you well. You know that kind of thing, like you're holding a gun as a police officer. Normally, if you do like the cracker, everybody will run. Because Nigerians no one die. But that was in the olden days. Okay. Things are tougher now. Do you understand? They are tougher now. So a lot of them are just like, kill me, shoot me. So you will say, now everybody face the shaking in that contraption. Say, I know your game. So make I shoot you. So you will go escape. Waiting of us the face for this place, Abby. Because anybody will don't die, they pay bill. Like, I won't shoot you. Because nobody is escaping. Right? As long as none of us is going to leave this world alive. Sure, you know. None of us is going to leave this world alive. No, none of us. So it's better everybody just see who is shaggy to the last. So I'm not going to help you to jump queue. No. So I think that's what it is, right? But people have become so frustrated enough that you just need to encounter them. And as you think you are facing something big, when you meet another person, probably will think, you realize that yours is probably manageable. Nigeria. So that would be the Tinubu said 2 years. If all of us have been honest, it's been quite an experience for a lot of people. And if you ask them to start writing about their experience in the hands of Kolu and his agents, trust me, you go hear a lot, right? Because it was like this, my friend. Nigeria is not that bad, no. Sure, you get this, my friend. It was doing fine, right? Then suddenly things seem slow. Or we felt like it's becoming depressed and all of that. So, the concern and go therapist. So, because it's depressed, right? The company says it's got anger issue. Because every small thing like this is always angry. You know what I mean? But they didn't know that it was Nigeria showing him shaky at that stage of his life. Do you understand? So everybody is just surprised that, it snaps just like that. Any small thing, it snaps. And they are like, I need the therapy. But you understand, see? So the first therapist where they sent down to, it was this my guy. Now he can't console the therapist. Why? He said when he shared the story of his life, he started crying. The therapist also started crying. And it was him that was supposed to be getting therapy. The therapist said, it's okay. Doctor, it's okay. I understand. If the therapist called the Thierry, say, your story is very, very touchy. So they changed that one. They choose another therapist for him. Remember, depression, anger problem. So by the time he met the second one, now police can separate them. Because around that time, the therapist don't break bottle. My friend don't break bottle. So my friend don't hold their baseball bat. The therapist don't break bottle. Day. They are trying to sort out whatever my party is going through. By the time it started, therapy is not an anger problem or anger issue. Long story short, everybody is facing a lot in that contraption. And it's only the cloth that so many people are using to cover it up. So please, whatever it is that Nigeria is showing you, just remember that other people are going through it as well. Everybody's just pretending to be normal. So try and be as normal and as good and as nice as possible to other people. You have no idea what people are going through. So 2 years of Tinubu, which I believe there is still another 6 years. As a Railu, you don't face, you know what I mean now? Now, in my own children's school in Nigeria, they don't open a job for me. Maybe say it's about to get some school. They will say, next one how much you remain. So like we have been 3-4 times. Everybody don't affect. It's just affecting us differently. So brace up. If you think an election will save you from Kolu, but good luck with that. So thank you so much for your time, everyone. I am going to see you again, of course, when I see you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, okay, everyone. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.